So during 4th of July, I was journaling about how grateful I am to be in this country. And one of the thoughts that popped up in my head is that America is one of the most convenient countries in the world for multiple reasons. But the idea of conveniences, stuff being convenient, gets a bad rap because as modern day life makes our lives easier, male testosterone levels are going down and people are seeking pleasure instead of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification being gym, learning a second language, or having time of introspection. Introspection being going to a peaceful environment like a park, hiking in nature, or sitting down at a beach and having time to think for yourself. And for me, I journal my thoughts and it helps me make YouTube videos that'll help you guys and force me to keep my word. And that's what I enjoy doing with my time. And for you, it obviously might be different. As modern day life gets easier, as stuff becomes more convenient, we have all this extra time throughout our day. So it's important to engage in those productive, good habits in that extra time that we have throughout our day. There was a 2-month period where I was sleeping in my car, traveling the country, and that's when I realized that America is very convenient for multiple reasons. It's very easy to live in your car while traveling in the United States, and I'm going to give you multiple reasons for that. The first reason I want to talk about is gym memberships. So if you're in America, you're probably familiar with Planet Fitness and Anytime Fitness. You basically get a gym membership and you'll be able to have access to any of its gyms throughout the country. The gym gives you access to a shower. You'll be able to maintain or grow muscle while you're traveling. And most of them have a parking lot that's 24/7, so you can just sleep at the gym parking lot. So you can sleep at the gym parking lot, shower at the gym, work out. It's basically a foundation of a sustainable life traveling, in my opinion. And if you're planning on living in your car, traveling the country, you must have a gym membership, in my opinion. You must. Just because of the access to showers, maintaining a good body, and having a sustainable place to sleep. The second reason America is very convenient is access to ready-to-eat food at supermarkets and grocery stores. If you're in America and you're familiar with Costco, you know about the $5 rotisserie chicken. It's a chicken that's already cooked, ready to eat. And honestly, you can meal prep it by just splitting it into multiple meals throughout the week. But when I was traveling the country for 2 months, what I would do is I would go to Walmart. For some reason, there's more Walmarts in like Arizona or Montana, and I would get pre-cooked, ready-to-eat steak fajitas or pre-cooked, ready-to-eat rotisserie chicken. And these packs of meat wouldn't have all these added seed oils or sugars, and they still tasted really good. And they had a high amount of protein, so I was able to reach the amount of protein I needed each day. When it comes to stuff that's wrapped in plastic or canned meats, they get a bad rap because of the added preservatives. But I feel like, let's say you get hard-boiled eggs, it's wrapped in plastic. Honestly, that's a better alternative to have than, obviously a Pop-Tart, a pastry, juice with added sugar, or anything that has an entire paragraph of ingredients. It's better to have something that has the least amount of ingredients possible, basically something our ancestors from 10,000 years ago had. And when it came to carbs, what I tended to do was I just tended to buy fruit that's pretty cheap, like bananas, apples, and pears. And once in a while I would get some pre-cut pineapple, pre-cut watermelon if I was getting bored eating that. And that's what I ate when I was traveling mainly, and it wasn't too expensive. Obviously, it costs more because it's already cooked, ready to eat, but honestly, it's still pretty affordable if you're giving up paying rent, paying a mortgage, etc. The third thing I want to talk about is environment. Now, you can experience any environment in this country without having to leave. You can experience the desert, forest, ocean, grassland, canyons, rock climbing, humid weather, super hot weather, super cold weather, mild, moderate weather. You can experience anything in this country without having to leave it. And this comes to cuisine also. I'll give you some examples of cuisine, especially in California. So there's this place called Solvang, California. It was founded by Danish immigrants, and you can go there and experience what Denmark is. You can experience Danish cuisine, what Denmark looks like. And Daly City is pretty close to San Francisco. It has a high amount of people from the Philippines, and you can experience Filipino food there. Concord, California has a lot of people who came from Afghanistan. So you can experience Afghan food there. So you can experience literally any cuisine, whether it be in Europe, Africa, Asia, Middle East, South America, Latin America, etc. And what I noticed is that when I was traveling around like Arizona, Montana, the only Hispanic food you would have is Mexican food. The only Asian food you would have is Chinese food. But for example, in California, you can experience literally anything. You know, when it comes to European cuisine, anyone can experience an Italian restaurant. You can see an Italian restaurant anywhere in America. But what about German cuisine, French cuisine, Spanish cuisine, Portuguese cuisine? You don't really see that as often as Italian. And you can experience that in the Bay Area. And I know it depends on what part of the country you're in, but yeah, you can, if you're not from California, you can visit California without leaving the country, without having to fly 6 to 12 hours somewhere. Now, the fourth reason this country is very convenient is debt. Now, if you have decent credit, you can easily finance a vehicle. I'm not talking about a Mercedes or BMW. I'm talking about like, hey, I want to finance a brand new Corolla, a brand new Camry. You can easily do that with decent credit and just a tiny bit down. And you know, what people tend to do is that, you know, there's this trend where people want to work for themselves, they don't want a boss, and what they would do is they would finance a vehicle and just do rideshare and delivery apps until they figure out what direction they want to go towards in their life. And that's what I'm noticing. You know, people get into debt in order to be able to work for themselves. They're using it to their benefit. They're using it to have more freedom in their life. Another form of debt millions of Americans deal with is student loan debt. I'm grateful I don't have that much student loan debt compared to other people. It's very easy to get a student loan and use that to have a dorm and cafeteria food out of college very far away. That's what happened to me. I got a student loan for 1 semester and I was out of state for college. I had my own dorm just by myself and I had access to cafeteria food. And I ended up stopped showing up to my classes, but I had a 3-month time period where I was using that dorm as a base to travel throughout that part of the country, and I didn't have to spend money on groceries when I was in Montana because of having access to the cafeteria. And that's my point. It's very convenient and easy to get into debt as long as you have the credit score for it. Everything being convenient today, the idea of having all these conveniences in our life, it gets a bad rap because people seek pleasure instead of delayed gratification. When we have conveniences, we have extra time throughout our day, and it's important to use the extra time we have throughout our day to practice delayed gratification. Stuff that brings the foundation of a successful life, like going to the gym, learning a second language, or having time of introspection. Go to a peaceful place that you enjoy being around, journal, think what direction you want to go towards in your life, embrace the present moment, embrace your surroundings. What I do is I like filming YouTube videos in my time of introspection. I journal, I work out, I like walking and filming YouTube videos in a peaceful environment like this. And for you, it obviously might be different, but you know deep down if what you're doing is going to benefit you in the long run. These past few weeks, this past month, I'm realizing more and more that it's better to just embrace your surroundings, just observe, than to engage in instant gratification. Now, you obviously know all these forms of instant gratification, but two things I think of that most people deal with is zombie scrolling on our screen or snacking on food when we're bored. You know, we go to the cupboard and grab a snack because we have free time. You know, we're scrolling on our phone, hey, I'm gonna grab a snack. And we don't realize that that is a form of instant gratification. Like, we don't have to get that snack. We don't have to scroll on our phone if it's just entertainment. Why not we just make our own entertainment? Be a creator instead of a consumer, right? It's like, yeah. But yeah, I'm just grateful. I am grateful that in this country, I have less worries in my life. I have all these conveniences, so I have this extra time throughout my day to engage in delayed gratification. Stuff that benefits my body, benefits my health, benefits my purpose that I want to turn into my livelihood, showing people new places and giving the best advice I can from the experiences I had. And I know as a 22-year-old, I haven't experienced much compared to people that are double, triple my age, but I think it's important for us to film YouTube videos of ourselves. Like I said, to keep our word, hold us accountable on our goals, and to meet like-minded people. this world is becoming more and more international. You know, it's becoming basically one world. The idea of countries is going to go away. So I mean, all of these online friends that we have, all of the connections that we have together, we can honestly meet each other in real life, and honestly that would be more fulfilling than stuff we type on a screen, right? So yeah, those are some things I've been thinking of the past few months, and I hope this video helps you in any way. Hope you learned something about America in this video. I love you guys. God bless you, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.